Hello, good afternoon, good evening, all the way from Sydney, Australia. I'm Direk Primo. Andito na naman po tayo. And yes, of course, I would like to say good evening to everyone and good afternoon in Manila, Philippines, because we have this handsome guest of the Gusitalks. By the way, I'm Direk Primo. I'm one of the hosts of Gusitalks, and also I'm the media blogger of this Gusitalks and other pages. Okay, and shout out to Miss to Sol C. Good evening, Derek. Good evening, Sol. Thank you so much. You are the first person who greeted me tonight. And yes, of course, shout out to Mr. Ray Dionisio. And yes, of course, bago po tayo mapapunta sa mga maraming balitaktakan tonight, I would like to thank all the people who are joining and watching Australian Fashion Preview, which will be held last Saturday at 𝗓𝗪𝗡𝗍𝗪𝗏 Catholic Club at Lincoln, New South Wales. At napaka-successful po ng aming fashion show. We are featuring 5 segments, which is the Filipiniana, the long gown, of course, and the Melbourne Cup, which is signature ng Australia. And yes, of course, hindi mawawala ang ating partner sponsors na Musa Fabric. Ayan. At siyempre, thank you so much sa aking sponsors. Tonight, taglist po tayo because my guest is a Filipino who is currently representative of the Philippines for the Mr. Glam International. And yes, of course, shout out to our beloved and friend, Mr. 𝗓𝗂𝗍𝗓𝗏, one of our partners in Glam Pageant Organization or Primo Modelo Philippines. And yes, siguro, baka po kayo ay nalilito dahil dalawa ang company ng Mr. Glam International, because Glam Pageant Organization is the maker of the Mr. Glam International, Miss Glamour Look International, Mr. and Miss Teen, yes, Little Latin Glam International and the Mrs. Glamour Look of the Year International, which is, meron po silang additional, ang Mr. and Miss Teen Glam International, which is included to the Little and Teen Glam because they have 4 categories. And syempre, the Primo Modelo Philippines, who is our main company who provided our who is the producer of this for international pageant. And I am really excited and delighted because of we are only expecting in Mr. Glam International of around 25 international models around the globe, but now we already have 40 plus, and I think the Primo Modelo Philippines will gonna stop it in 40 because this is a virtual pageant and it is the first time Primo Modelo Philippines and Glam Pageant Organization will be holding a virtual pageant for the international. But since they already done a local pageant or a national pageant in the Manila, Philippines, which is the Little and Teen Glam Philippines and the Miss Glamour Look Philippines, which is very, very successful. So they wanted to continue the event for the international. Even we are on the pandemic. Okay? So thank you so much. Abangan po natin ang ating one of pinaka-handsome guest for tonight, which is representing Mr. Glam International, the Northern Philippines, Mr. Verona, Adonis Verona. Okay? So please, we'll be right back for a few minutes. Okay, welcome back to Gusi Talks, the pageant journal. And yes, of course, I am excited for tonight. Okay, and before anything else, I would like to congratulate the 𝗍𝗵𝗶𝗹 Productions, na sila po the new franchise holder of the Miss Glamour Look Australia, which is one of the successful franchise of the Miss Glamour Look International under Primo Modelo Philippines. So they have new partnership with the 𝗩𝗏𝗡𝗏 Productions. And yes, of course, I would like to congratulate Miss Marilu Bautista, Miss Reynes Castillo, and Miss Mel Valdez, who are providing the new platform of the Miss Glamour Look and Mrs. Glamour Look of the Year Australia here in Sydney this coming November 18 for their coronation night. And they have a very exciting event upcoming, which is the Australian Fashion Preview Masquerade Ball on July 25. Okay? And yes, of course, thank you so much to all to the 𝗩𝗏𝗡𝗏 Productions because of they're giving the very successful Australian Fashion Preview last Saturday, which will be held in 𝗓𝗏𝗪𝗓 Catholic Club. And shout out to Miss Joyce Santos, our Mrs. Glamour Look of the Year World, and saying hi, hello. Hi Joyce, pasensya na kasi medyo nawawala si Direk Primo. And syempre, ako po dito ay lamig na lamig because Australia is in a winter season. But in the Philippines, it's very hot because of, sana palit tayo ng sitwasyon. Pero maraming nagre-reklamo because in the Philippines, it's too hot. But here in Australia, it's a bit colder. Now, shout out as well to Miss Miranda Sotejo from Germany, and thank you so much, everyone. Okay, a beautiful day with a beautiful smile. Yes, of course, we need to smile all the time in spite of the pandemic, in spite of, everyday activities, the stressful activities, do not get depressed. Laban lang, sabi nga ng mga Pilipino. And yes, of course, thank you so much to all the people who are watching tonight from different countries, especially the candidates of the Mr. Glam International. And yes, of course, thank you so much, Penta Real Estate, 𝗔𝗂𝗀𝗪𝗓𝗍, my sponsors, and yes, of course, the Shades. Thank you so much for giving some opportunity sponsoring me. Wear your skin, the Shades. Ayan po. Kung gusto nyo magpaganda, andyan ang Beauty Plus Australia. They are giving a lot of, sponsorship. And yes, of course, if you want a healthy cooking, healthy wear, the salad master has to come in. And yes, of course, Marlos Hairline, my, hindi ko na kailangan magbitig na wala naman akong barok. So, yung mahilig dyan, magpa-ribbon, magpa-kulay, magpatanggal ng mga puti, go to Marlos Hairline at 𝗓𝗪𝗓. Number 2, Una Avenue at 𝗓𝗪𝗓, New South Wales. Okay, so I'm plugging my sponsors here in Australia because I'm living in Australia, I live here, and I am happy because my blog, the Gusi Talks, is spreading around the globe and continuing of the likes and followers. Okay, tonight we will give you one of the hank personality and delegates and the representative of the Mr. Glam International. Abangan niyo po yan si Mr. Adonis Verona. Ayan, syempre siguro nakikita ako ngayon ni Adonis. Okay, hi Direk from Alex Dixon. Hi, hello Alex. Good evening. Thank you so much for watching. And yes, to Miss Mia Gusi, thank you, Mia. Next time, ikaw naman na mag-interview. Ako ngayon ay kay Alex Verona mag-i-interview. At aalamin natin, sino ba si Alex Verona? Ano ba ang kanyang ipapakita dito sa Mr. Glam International? Ano ba ang ipapakita ng isang representative ng Philippines dito sa ating international male pageant? Okay? So, abangan natin, lalo na especially to those who are followers of the pageantry. Siyempre, ang unang-unang inaabangan nila dyan yung pagiging sexy. Okay. Hi, Mr. from Pandora. Anyway, Pandora, hello, good evening. I think, she is the Miss Glamour Look International first runner-up from Myanmar. Hello, Pandora, I miss you. I wish you come to the Philippines for the next edition of the Miss Glamour Look International. Our organization miss you so much. And thank you so much right now for watching. Okay, let's shout, save Myanmar. Okay, And yes, save Myanmar. Myanmar are now suffering from, devastations of political and, political and military war. And I wish hindi mangyari yan sa Pilipinas because sa Pilipinas ngayon ay nagkataon na COVID pandemic is still rising at katatapos lang po ng lockdown ng Manila at sana wag na po maulit kasi we miss the events in Manila, because we Filipinos, we bring the best quality of the show to the Philippines. So we invite different models from different countries to go to the Philippines. But now, this year, we cannot hold an event because due to the pandemic, okay? And we are really sad because of the situation. So I wish matapos na ang ating pandemic. And yes, of course, to all the brothers and sisters in India, I am sad as well because of what's going on and happening in India. There are a lot of people who are dying because of the pandemic and the COVID-19. I wish the government will have an action and some organizations who are very active in the humanitarian help, please support and help India. Okay? Yes, thank you so much. Of course, I remember you, Miss Pandora, our Miss Glamour Look, the beauty queen of Miss Glamour Look International. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And I wish everything will be okay in Myanmar. Okay? So, tonight, before we go, we give you our exciting guest. Please give me a few breaks. Go ahead. Hello, good evening. Welcome back at Gusi Talk. At syempre, I am excited. At syempre, excited na rin kayo na introduce natin ang ating panauhing pandangal for tonight. Yan, panauhing pandangal, which is, of course, I think, due to my research, he is a professor or teacher in the Philippines, and he is one of the top model in the northern Philippines, and he is one of the exciting and hottest model. I saw his photos in a different media, pageant blogs, and pinag-uusapan po siya sa ngayon. And I wish yung kanyang dreams ay makamit niya dito sa Mr. Glam International dahil he is competing for at least 40 candidates around the globe. And take note, 40 candidates, and it's growing. But I think Primo Modelo Philippines or Glam pageant organization will gonna stop at 40 because this is only a virtual pageant. But wag niyong mamalitin. Virtual pageant is one of the toughest and exciting activities, because this is not a face-to-face or actual activities, but the candidates have a lot of activities to do, and they need to communicate from time to time to the organization, because they are going to submit this one, blah blah blah, a lot of work. And so to all the pageant enthusiasts and pageant bloggers, do not small the virtual pageant. And this year, I saw a lot of the male pageant organization, instead of face-to-face or actual pageant, they shift to virtual. So I think napapanahon kami, because sorry guys, Glam Pageant organization is not new for the virtual event. They done already twice, and this is the third time we do in the pageant. And there's no doubt, because they have this mechanics when it comes, and machine when it comes to virtual pageantry. So ngayon, to all the pageant followers, and of course the family and relatives of Mr. Adonis Verona, we welcome Mr. Adona, the Mr. Glam International Northern Philippines representative. Please welcome Adonis Verona on screen.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hi, Adonis. Good evening. Good evening. All the way from Sydney, Australia, I'm Direct Primo. Siguro nagulat ka sa akin dahil akala mo ay isang sexy ang mag-i-interview sa'yo tonight. But I think this is requested na ikaw, ako ang mag-interview sa'yo. At yan, okay. So huwag ka magtataka dahil ako'y lamig na lamig dito, because I'm wearing my signature uniform, army uniform, because I'm here in Australia, and it's a winter's season. Okay? At bago ang lahat, bago tayo magbalitaktakan, Adonis, huwag kang mahihiya. We speak Taglish here. But Taglish because some of the candidates or delegates of the Mr. Glam International are watching right now. So please kindly introduce yourself before we go far.
Okay. Naimbag nga 𝗟𝗏𝗟𝗣𝗍𝗓 in English. Good evening, everyone. So I am Adonis Verona. I am 26 years old, and I am proud to represent the pride of 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏 from the 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏 region. It's a northwestern part of the Philippines. The 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏 region.
Okay, thank you so much for your a little bit of introduction. But stay tuned, because marami tayong itatanong sa'yo. But this is not a contest, okay? Just only up close and personal. Sino ba si Adonis Verona? Ano ba at bakit siya napapasok sa mundo ng pageantry? Okay, so tatalakayin natin yan. So huwag kakabahan sa akin dahil ako'y kakabahan din. Okay, so just relax and have fun, enjoy, at hindi naman tayo laging para sa kaalaman, I am a pageant and event director. So I've been working for so many years, and I'm always working behind the scene. And since I love doing the blogging, I started when the Facebook started. Nauna ako mag-blog, then lumaganap, hanggang napapasok ako sa mundo ng pageantry, because I love watching pageants. I love watching Miss Universe. I'm doing, I criticizing the candidates. So, ngayong gabi, i-criticize din kita. But remember, there's no such perfect, As long as you give your best, as long as you give your performance, wala tayong dapat i-please, okay? We need to have a confidence to show to the people or to show to the world that you can do this, you can do it, whatever. Alam mo, meron tayo kasi mga language barrier. That's why I said to one of the correspondents of Gusitalks from Latin America, because I cannot interview some of the Latinos in Spanish, although I understand Spanish. Pero mahirap mag-Espanyol, syempre, hindi naman tayo, I don't think naabutan mo yung Spanish language subject. But me, I did Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4 when I was in college in the university in Far Eastern. And I finished that. Ako naman, mataas naman yung grade ko, Adonis, sa Spanish. Pero syempre, hindi naman tayo nagsasalita ng Spanish. So, nakalimutan. So, ikaw, you are on Ilocano hunk. So how you started becoming a model?
It was started when I joined pageants when I was in my high school days. Then I won. Then opportunities came. A lot of managers contacted me, and then they told me that I have potential. Then I tried.
Okay, Adonis, because I saw a lot of your posts now spreading around the media platform. I mean the beauty pageant platform, and masyadong hot ang iyong latest photo shoot. Are you not intimidating to have a shoot in front of the glam team like the photographers, the makeup artists? Hindi ka ba na-intimidate? Hindi ka ba na-confuse doing that sexy photo shoot?
Actually, I'm used to it because they said that, diba, if you have something that you can show to the world, then flaunt it. Don't be shy. Be proud, so that everyone will get motivated.
Okay, okay. Now, since you are handpicked by the 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪族 because do you have pressure in that organization? Because I think the 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 always sending a candidate or a model which is very yung palaban. Are you not intimidating with other 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏s models?
Um, for me, maybe I can see a little bit pressure, but this is me. I have my own uniqueness. I have my own talents, and I'm not that kind of a person who always compare myself to others because I grew up believing in myself. I grew up like I, just like that. I grew up believing in myself. Yeah, there's
Something like
nothing to compare. Kasi we have our own uniqueness. Eh. God created us in a different way. You're
that.
beautiful. Sabi nga nila, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Kung maganda ka sa paningin nila, kung gwapo ka sa paningin nila, then that's it. And
Wow.
yung pressure, yes sir, yung pressure, I don't feel any pressure at all talaga. Kasi I know naman na yung organization, they handle candidates talaga na iahanda talaga nila in even in local or international arena. So I know
Wow.
I have trust din talaga sa organization.
Okay. There's a question. There's a question. Splashback on the screen. Hi, Mr. Philippines. How do you maintain your physique during pandemic? You look great, by the way. That's coming from Primo Modelo TV team. Ayan, may fans ka na ha? Ang mga team ng Primo Modelo TV. So, what can you say about the questions?
Yeah, sir. By the way, I'm a fitness trainer. At the same time, I'm running my own business, which is a fitness center. That's why I always maintain my physique. Almost every day, I teach my clients on, on on proper training exercises.
Wow, that's great.
That's it.
That's great. I think the 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗪s pick you the right person. Okay, and there's a question coming from my co-host, Miss Mia Gusi. Hi Adonis, I heard you are a teacher at the same time a medical student. Can you tell us the challenge between studying and working? Do you still have time for yourself despite the pandemic?
Yes, sir. To be honest, I've been in the field of teaching for almost 4 years. I am a licensed teacher in the Philippines, and at the same time, I am a licensed pharmacist. Honestly, I'm not a medical student, but I'm in the field of medicine. Talaga, since I am a pharmacist, I dispense medicine in the hospital. Your question po, ma'am, how uh, right? Can you tell us challenges between studying and working? Yes, it's a bit challenging kasi I'm a kind of a person who never settle for less. Kung alam kong kaya ko, as long as my strength pa ako to do so, some errands, ginagawa ko talaga. Talagang, it's about time management kasi. you have to you have to be you have to work or to think ahead of time kung ano yung magiging schedule mo. That's why it's more on time management po talaga.
Wow! Sabi nga ni Miss
Yeah.
Mia, ang galing mo raw at nakaka-inspired ka yung mga words. And this is how the Filipinos are, di ba? Tayo kasi mga Filipinos are very matyaga at masipag, which is, I agree with Miss Mia. Okay? So, bago kita gisahin sa ating live interview for tonight, we'll be right back for a short break. Okay, welcome back at Gusi Talk. At syempre, please welcome back Mr. Adonis on screen. Okay? And yes, Adonis. You have a very nice name. Talagang lalaking lalaki. Adonis. Adonis means perfect, perfect or handsome. Okay? And I think it describes you as well. So, dahil andito tayo, ang pag-uusapan natin is about the pageantry, about the modeling and everything. Okay? We will not tackle about your life, what your ambition and pero syempre this is up close and personal. I think some of your friends and families are watching tonight and may nanonood ba sa'yo ngayon? Ayan, baka wala. Masayang ang ating baliktad. Okay. Those who are watching right now, you can drop your questions and I'll give it to Mr. Adonis. Okay? Okay. Sabi ni Miss Mia, single ka pa daw, pa ba? Are you single or taken?
I'm single.
Or I think there's another question. Ngayon kasi panahon, there are 3 questions. Are you single? Are you taken? Or in a relationship?
I cannot say it's complicated, but because relationship with my
Pang-apat
friend,
yan nasagot ha, Adonis. Sorry to interrupt. Pang-apat pala. Complicated. At yan ay babalikan natin mamaya. Why complicated? I'm just being curious.
I don't know. I'm just faking, sir. It's like you have a lot of crushes, but it feels like you are not ready because you have something. So you have a lot of things to settle first before entering into a relationship, right? So I think it's not yet time because my family needs me as of today. It's not yet over. It's not yet the end of the world. So at this time po, ang iniisip ko kasi it's on the settlement ko muna.
Okay.
I've been into relationships before, but it didn't work. So this time, I need to focus on myself, I need to focus on my family, on my career.
But you're only 26, right?
Yes, sir. I'm only 26 and turning 27.
You're still young, so I think you don't need to be rushed to have this serious relationship because you're still young. You need to enjoy life, okay? Enjoy life. Kasi maraming ino-offer ang mundo, maraming ino-offer ang takbo ng buhay. So kung ikaw ay nagmamadali to settle down, I think talagang you are focusing only for pagpapamilya. But if you have ambitions to be someday maging ganito ka, or someday, or maybe you will be the next Mr. Glam International, syempre marami kang magiging responsibility, right? At speaking of Mr. Glam International, ano ba ang mai-offer mo pag ikaw ay nanalo? Once you've been declared as a Mr. Glam International, what are platform that you can show to the world? Because this is international platform. This is not a local, okay? You are not only concentrating on the Philippines, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
what do you
Okay.
think?
Well, sir, as what I've said a while ago, aside from being a pharmacist here, a fitness trainer, I am also an educator who advocates sustainable health and wellness, especially in providing medical assistance, fitness training programs, and um, public education platforms because I am a teacher. And of course, I'm gonna push through on the advocacy of the organization, which is the environment, because I also love nature. So that's why I joined here, and I'm pushing through with the advocacy that the organization is advocating for.
Yeah, wow. Because the Mr. Glam International, they, connecting with different organization which is regarding the environment, because nowadays napapabayaan na ang ating Mother Earth, and especially
Yes,
in the Philippines. Lagi lang tayong sinasabi natin na we love we love the environment, we need to conserve environment, we need to say blah blah blah, but it's only salita lang yan, lack of actions. But do you think magagawa mo yan if you are the reigning Mr. Glam International? Do you have any other organization to support you? Did you hear me? Mahina ba yung
yes,
boses?
yeah, yeah. I know I have a lot of connections since I'm working a lot in companies. I work in a hospital. I also work in different LGUs like the Department of Social Welfare and Development. So I think that would be my great edge. It's the connection that you should have for you to help the organization, for you to surpass whatever advocacy that you are pushing.
Wow. Okay, we have this a very, very lovely question. This is coming from Mr. Ras Maharlika. Mr. Ras Maharlika is the founder of the Maharlikans, if I am not mistaken. And he has a very, very intriguing question. Disposable plastics such as plastic straws, bags, coffee stirrers, food packaging, and soda and water bottles never break down completely, which is, yes, I agree with that. And they continue to pollute our seas and environment. And now the question is, what can you do if you win the Mr. Glam?
Okay, so what can I do if I win Mr. Glam? Well, I think,
Yeah.
I, yeah, yeah, I would use my profession as a teacher by educating the public when it comes into saving and caring for our environment. Of course, we need to develop the attitude, develop attitudes and skills that would help fighting for our environmental issues. So
Mhm.
napaka-importante po talaga yung environmental education na tinatawag nila.
Yes.
Kasi yes sir, kasi if you give knowledge to especially to our youngsters because they are the future of our generation.
Mm.
So the more na we educate our children the proper decorum when it comes to environment, in the end, everything will go smooth po talaga.
Okay. All right. That's
Yan
a
po,
nice answer.
napaka-importante po kasi talaga na in doing such an action, kailangan you have to use your knowledge, your understanding why these kind of calamities we are experiencing exist. So we need to go into a deeper we need to go into a deeper understanding muna para ma-resolve natin kung ano man yung problema na kinakaharap natin.
Yes, okay. I agree. I agree with you. And since you have that platform, anyway, I think you did mention that you have an advocacy, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Other than yes, sir. Other than the advocacy of the organization, I'm really pushing through on health and education, sir. Since this time of pandemic, very very rampant na talaga yung kailangan you have to be healthy, kailangan you have the knowledge on how to take good care of yourself.
yes, okay. So let's go back. Let's go back to the pageantry. Now, since a lot of people are notice your presence, okay? Especially in the social media platform. People are noticing you like Clostridium, the male pageant blog, the male mic, the Mister's blog, the Crown Misters. There are lots, a lot of media platform which is, supporting the male pageant in the world, and I was. This my question is regarding to your preparations in the Mr. Glam International. Do you I mean, do you nawala ako. Do you have sufferings when it comes to preparing your entry for this international pageant? Because this is a virtual, this is a virtual. And I'm pretty sure your previous pageant is face-to-face or actual. Do you have a lot of challenge for the preparations or preparing of this pageant? Can you tell us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Honestly, there are many challenges, especially the time that I need to give to the organization. Since I'm working the whole day, I'm working almost 8 hours a day, but I know I can manage because this is my dream. I want to be an advocate. I want to dedicate myself in helping the organization, in pushing through with their advocacy.
Okay, so my questions again, what are those preparations regarding your entry, like photo shoot, video shoot, and what are the costumes that you are preparing? Ito ba ay may pasabog? Ano ba ang ipapakita mo during the final?
Yeah, I trust my sir.
And another question, do you have a designers or glam team to support you?
Yes, sir. I do have designers here from my province. Some of them are Ilocanos, so they are really supporting me all the way throughout my journey. That's why I'm very thankful, because without them, I wouldn't be here representing myself, representing my Ilocos region to the Philippines, and most especially to the world.
Okay, because you did mention you are Ilocanos, where specifically, what town in Ilocos you are living or staying?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was born in London, but currently I'm residing here at Pangasinan.
Where
I am
in
living here in,
Pangasinan?
yeah, I'm in San Fabian, Pangasinan. So I'm living in the boundary between La Union and Pangasinan. Sometimes if they ask me, where do you live? Well, I'm living in two places at one time. Huh? What's that? Because
Really?
I'm exactly in the boundary.
Don't you know? Don't you know that I lived there for five years in Pangasinan? I study in Pangasinan in Dagupan City. Okay, in Lyceum Northwestern. So,
I'm a Lycean, yes, sir, from Lyceum.
really,
Yes,
how's
sir.
Lyceum now? I never
Actually,
come back to Lyceum. I never visited Lyceum, especially when I get my diploma, because I only sending emails to them to send it back my diploma. And I miss Lyceum. I learned a lot. The languages, the food, the dinengdeng, pigar-pigar. I miss a lot. This Pangasinan is my second hometown. Anyway, Adonis, we have this a question from our netizen, okay? From 𝗍𝗏𝗪𝗏𝗡𝗍𝗪 the second. Hi, sir. This is referring to you. This is the question. What do you think about the virtual pageant? What are your thoughts between the actual and virtual? And what do you prefer most po?
Well, actually, for me, it doesn't matter what kind of pageant are you gonna join, as long as it will benefit the organization. This time, virtual pageant is good since it will um, limit people to do the face-to-face. It's for our safety. It's for our health. It's for health measurements. So I think virtual pageant is good this time in these times of pandemic. Maybe soon, once the live pageant will come back, everything will. I think everything will be all right if this pandemic ends. So we can
Yeah.
do the live pageant. So I think
Yeah.
virtual pageant is still is more relevant in today's time.
Wow. This is coming from our netizens from Germany, Miss Miranda Soteo. He has a she has a very nice comment with you. Very, very good, empowering and advocacy to the world. Mr. Glam International Northern Philippines. Good luck. Ayan, well wisher. So, may na good luck na sa'yo. So, I think tonight is favorable with you because I got a lot of questions from our netizens. And syempre, mga pasabog mo raw. Hinihintay nila, especially the swimwear. Ayan. Okay, so for now, you're working, right? And at the same time, parang nabanggit ata kanina ni Miss Mia, you are studying or no? It's a mistake.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I am working as a pharmacist in the hospital. At
Okay.
the same time, I also volunteer as a daycare teacher in the remotest area here in our province. And at
Oh,
the same time, yes, sir. At the same time, I also work as a fitness trainer, and I am studying my master's and another degree in Cebu.
aba, ang dami ata niya. Parang hindi ko kakayanin niya sabay-sabay, Adonis. But yes, it depends. Siyempre, nakadepende rin sa, ayun. Tama nga, habang, while you're still young,
Tama, sir.
kailangan gawin mo yung dapat mong gawin. Okay? Kasi, pag matanda ka na, medyo mahirap na. May mga restrictions, limitations na tayo. And the responsibilities as well is getting big. Now, you're still young. At least nakafocus ka pa rin sa sarili mo, especially to your career. Anyway, how many are you in the family?
Well, I'm the only child, sir. Actually,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
actually, I was an adopted child since I was a baby, since I was born.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're
I am
very
an adopted.
lucky. You're very lucky.
I,
And syempre, wala kang kaagaw. Syempre, but, that's good. At least, hindi ka nalulungkot siguro, no? Okay, I have another questions to you. Do you think you will be the next Mr. or the Mr. Glam? What is the age to be to become a Mr. Glam International? What is
well,
your
I, yes. I think my edge to be Mr. Glam International is someone who continuously strive for academic, professional, and moral excellence. He
okay?
is a man. I think he is a man of leadership, integrity, and wisdom. I know that those qualities resemble me because I have this purest intention. I have the heart to provide for the public service, and at the same time, I know that with the help of my fellow Ilocanos, I could foster the true spirit and
Okay.
ideas. Yes, sir. I could foster the ideas and aspirations of the whole Ilocanos and, of course, the Philippines and the rest of the world.
Okay, okay. Thank you for your answer, honest answer. At iintrigahin kita ngayong gabi, okay? Iintrigahin kita ngayong gabi since uh, you're joining this international platform. Siyempre, tinitingnan mo yung mga ka-counterpart mo. I'm pretty sure you browse the page, especially our social media page, our Facebook page and Instagram, because they are, you know, these guys are very active in Instagram, not in Facebook. So, and in Twitter. So, may tanong si Miss Mia dito at tanong ko rin sana, so naunahan ako ni Miss Mia. Gusto ko talaga tinatanong ito sa mga candidates. Anywhere, direct ito. Ang tanong ni Mia is to Adonis. Which countries do you think ang malakas mo makakalaban sa Mr. Glam? Okay, kailangan sagutin mo to. Bawal daw mo sagot.
Yes, sir. Actually, much as I wanted to say na wala talaga dapat kasi nga everyone deserves to vie for the crown as Mr. Glam International. But for the sake of the question, I'm gonna answer it. According sa review ko, na nakita ko, I adore Mr. Venezuela because he has a good physique. He is tall. He has a good face, of course. And as we all know that Venezuelans are one of the powerhouses when it comes to pageantry. So I think he is one of the best competitors that I need to look out or to watch out for. What?
Okay, shout out to Miss Reden Ilaco, our Mr. Glam International Philippine Overseas Representative. Ayan, Reden, ha? You heard that. Mr. Venezuela is one of the contender of the Mr. Glam International. Hindi ko pa yan na-review, ha? Re-reviewin ko mamaya. Kasi I know, I saw some Mexico, Sierra Leone, okay, and Pakistan, and yes, of course, another one is Nigeria, the other one is Peru, Colombia, and yes, of course, the Malaysia, one is the Malaysian and the Thailand. And meron pa tayong upcoming, hindi pa natin nakikita yung kanilang pictures, pero inapakita na sa akin ni Miss Mia at ng team ay ang Vietnam. Ayan. So medyo kinakabahan ang ating mga candidate. Okay? Sabi ni Miss Miranda, oh my God, you are amazing. But despite of your heavy work every day, how can you really divide your time and your schedules? Ayan. Tanong na yan, ha? Paano mo naman?
Ako po kasi I'm a kind of a person who is proactive talaga. I always make my schedule work. I always make my time available. As long na kaya ko, I have the strength because I'm still young. Sabi mo nga kanina, sir, hanggat kaya pa, diba? It's not bad to dream. Kasi unlimited naman, dreaming is unlimited. Working is unlimited. But sometimes you have to rest as well. Pero I can manage naman because I do exercises. So medyo malakas yung resistensya ko. I'm not that susceptible to diseases because I always do work out every day.
Wow, okay. That's good. But at least you know what to do. You have a time management. That's the most important, okay? Kasi hindi pwedeng magpapanik ka palagi, you know? So babalikan kita mamaya after few reminders, okay? Marami tayong pag-uusapan at balitaktakan. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back at Gusi Talks. At syempre, before anything else, I would like to thank all my following sponsors. 𝗡𝗀𝗏 Real Estate, Healthy Wear, Salad Master, and yes, of course, Malos Hairlines. And syempre, of course, I would like, yes, the 𝗡𝗀𝗏 Real Estate. John Rice Skinceuticals. Para sa aking beauty skincare. Ayan. And syempre sa shades. And yes, another beauty skincare. Ayan, ginagamit ko naman yan sa aking leeg para, you know, para bumata-bata tayo. And syempre sa Beauty Plus, yan po yung mga toothpaste ko na ginagamit ko. At syempre sa healthy cooking, I always use Salad Master kasi para to avoid, cancer. At syempre sa aking mga food spa, pedicure, Malos Hairline, hindi lang po siya sa hair. Siyempre, pedicure, manicure. So, if you love beauty, you know, ayan. So, masyado pong seryoso ang ating gabi ngayon. At dito sa Gusi Talks, hindi maaring walang notice si Direk Primo. Kaya mamaya, kukulitin natin si Mr. Adonis. At shout out kay Mr. Riden Ilaco. Buti na lang sa akin, hindi natanong yan. Oo, Riden, kasi medyo inaantok ako ng time na yun. No, I think when we have a live stream interview, nagmamadali ako noon kasi I went to a party and nakalimutan ko na naka-schedule ka pala sa akin na ako ang mag-interview kaya medyo nawala yung aking mga kodigo since anything lang naman itong aking mga questions. So, ibabalik natin si Adonis sa screen. Okay. So, Adonis, welcome back on Gusi Talks. At yan, syempre, ako'y natutuwa dahil nakadaog pang palad kita. Ayan na, Tagalog. And yes, of course, I'm very grateful because Mr. Ras Maharlika gave you to have a live stream interview at Gusi Talk. At syempre, my team are very happy because we have this, we are allowed some Harlicans, some models to undergo, without pressure na paunlakan kami dito sa aming live streaming. Ang live streaming ko kasi is nag-start kami during the pandemic kasi syempre nagpanik ang mga tao, nawalan kami ng mga events, nawalan ako ng career, nawalan ako ng ano bang gagawin ko kasi lockdown, everyone parang the world stops and hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin natin. So I'm pretty sure naramdaman mo yan at naisip ko itong social media ay baguhin natin. We need to engage in the social media. And here you go. Dito tayo sa Gusi Talks. But before we go this Gusi Talks, I'll keep on posting and reviewing all the models and pageant king and queens. Yung mga sumasali sa local and international. Kahit na yung nasa local, at saka national. Tinitingnan ko some of the, most of the Filipinos, young people loves to join modeling. I think one of the best platform para maging okay ang takbo ng buhay ng mga bata, kabataan dyan sa Pilipinas, ay pasukin ang ganitong larangan. Kasi they avoid engaging with different activities like drugs or yung mga, mga ibang naughtiness na hindi dapat nila i-engage. Yung early married or early pregnancy, ayan, yung mga sexual activities na hindi pa naman dapat. So I think doing the modeling training and joining the modeling session and joining the the pageantry is one of the platform of the young people in the Philippines, especially in the Philippines, is na mag-engage sa ganito to avoid some other activities. Especially this pandemic, nawala ng school, di ba? Or bumalik na ba yung mga bata sa schools? Face to face?
Sometimes we do virtual classes and we just give them modules to be answered.
Oh, okay. So dito, Adonis, ako, nakilala talaga ako dito sa Gusitalks about my fast talk. So gusto kitang kilalanin. Sino ba talaga si Adonis? Ano bang character meron si Adonis Verona? So, meron tayong konting fast talk, okay? Just a quick lang naman. Kasi masyado tayo seryoso eh. Ikaw ba kinakabahan o ano?
Sir, I'm actually enjoying kasi I love talking about life, talking about anything that would really make you productive as a person.
Okay. Alam mo, meron akong correction sa'yo. Don't call me sir. Just call me direct Primo. Because you are not my boss. I am not your boss, okay? You know, I'm living in a world na equal. May equality. I don't believe na merong boss. I don't believe na merong, you know, mababa. For me is, everyone are equal. Kasi pinanganak tayo na mahal tayo ng Panginoon. Okay? I think sa Pilipinas lang merong discrimination, merong standards. Kailangan naka-sir ka, naka-ma'am. Okay? But yes, I believe naman, it's a sign of respect. Pero for me, parang may discriminations pa rin eh. Okay? Di ba nakikita mo nga ngayong panahon, merong no to bullying, no cyber, you know, blah, 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 no to Asian hates and everything. So ang dami nating lumalabas sa mga ganyan, but I don't believe on that matter. Yung mga gender discriminations, age discriminations especially, at saka yung mga relationship. Okay? So maraming ano. Anyway, there's a questions coming from the netizen from Sunny O. Hi, I like to ask, is it true that guys who join pageants are gay? Oh, that's an intriguing question. What can you say about those kind of statement from other people? Oo nga, narinig ko nga yan. So mostly daw na sumasali sa pageantry ay belong to the LGBT or yung mga nag-hide ng gender personality. Do you believe that most of the models joining in the pageantry or modeling are mostly gays?
I knew a lot, sir, but ako kasi, I do have a lot of friends who are just like that, joining, and I do not discriminate them because it's their freedom to choose what pageants they want to join. As long na wala kang inapakang tao, as long na pasok ba sa criteria or mechanics ng organization, kung sino yung papasok nila. So I think yung ngayon, we are a free country, and what we need to do is just to eradicate those discriminating issues. Kasi, yun nga, free country tayo, we can do whatever we want, as long na it cannot, hindi naapakan.
Yeah, I believe you. Yeah. I support your statement when it comes to that pageant. Kasi some of the candidates kasi some of one or two of our teams said that hi Direk, bakit yung isang sumali si Mr. Ganito? Ano, I will gonna mention the name, the country. Masyadong plakado ata ang kilay or something like that. Or masyadong makapal yung makeup. Sabi ko lang sa kanila, maybe because of the glam team or the hair and makeup artist. Kasi they wanted to maging prominent yung mukha, especially for the photo shoot. Okay. So, your glam team, maybe pwede mo silang pasalamatan tonight. You have a chance na mag-thankful sa kanila. Okay, go!
Of course, I wanna say thank you to my glam team, to my manager, makeup artist, 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏, and also some of my makeup artists like my car season, and to my photographer, Sir Kim Lopez, and the rest of the team, and of course to my boss, Sir 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Thank you for always being there to guide us to the treatment. We really appreciate so much. So there's more than thank you talaga. More than thank you pa. The gratitude. Sobrang thank you.
Wow, okay. Baka meron ka pang ibang pasalamatan. Any sponsor?
Yeah.
Designer?
I just also want...
Now, it's time to, magpasalamat.
Shoutout ko rin pala yung mga colleagues ko from the Department of Social Welfare Development, the daycare teachers from the municipality of 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗟𝗏, led by Ma'am Queen. And thank you po sa support nyo. They are watching right now po, sir. And to my Agaw Family Hospital family, thank you for always supporting me as well. And to my Don Fitness Gymmers, thank you for always believing in me na yung may pag-good luck, kaya mo yan, sir. Ayun. And to my family, to my dad, always uplifting me when I'm sad, kumbaga, if I'm alone. You're my strength, Dad. Thank you. And I love you so much.
Wow! Thank you so much. Very touching naman. Mentioning the parents is one of the kindest part of ng isang tao na yung in regards sa pagpapasalamat at syempre yun sa kanilang pagpapakahirap sa atin, di ba? So, you have a very good gesture and I fully agree with you. And yes, of course, thank you so much sa mga tao dyan sa San Fabian. Marami akong kaibigan dyan, mga Fabiana family. I miss you guys. Ayan, so, kay Doc Duque, thank you so much. They accommodate me dyan sa San Fabian Beach Resorts. Maraming mga beach resort dyan eh. Gusto may dagat, di ba? And palagi ako dyan. I'll drive all the way from Manila to 4 hours drive. Ayan, long distance driving. I love going back there. And syempre yung Manawag Church. Although hindi naman ako ganun kaano sa mga I love watching mga status ng yung mga revolto, mga antiques kasi they are antiques. Okay? So tsaka yung mga food diyan, I miss the food diyan sa Pangasinan. Okay? The last question, I think, from Primo Modelo TV team. Ano ang dapat naming abangan sa iyong paparating na pasabog sa Mr. Glam? Kasi they cannot wait and good luck. Ano nga pala ang iyong mga pasabog? May mga pasabog ka ba para sa iyong kaabang-abang na representation sa Mr. Glam?
Yes, of course, sir. That's smart talaga na kailangan may pasabog ka para mapansin ka. And I know na I'm ready. I'm ready to conquer the international stage. I'm ready to vie for the crown for Mr. Glam International because my dream to join the international pageant is already here. So kailangan full blast na, ibibigay ko na talaga lahat. And hindi ko pagsisisihan na sumali ako dito. And I will work with the organization po talaga. I will always try my best na if ever na manalo ako, ever na I will be given the chance to win, then it's really a dream come true po talaga.
Wow, okay. So thank you so much Adonis. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to have a live interview with you, even only in the live streaming. It's not actual live interview, but it's supposed to be. I'll do a live interview here in Australia, a face-to-face interview, and but this one parang magharap pa rin naman tayo, and we have this different point of view in life. I'm happy because I got a lot of pointers coming from you, and yes, of course, I would like to say good luck and congratulations in advance in your representation in the Mr. Glam International, and I wish your dreams will come true and you achieve, okay? And in behalf of our team, the Gusitalks, I am happy and grateful as well to your manager and the founder of the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, Mr. Ras 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, thank you so much for giving an opportunity to have a live interview with Adonis. And yes, of course, to Reden, thank you so much. Ayan, paborito ata ako ng mga chance na ako mag-interview sa inyo. Ayan, marami sana akong itatanong pa sa'yo. Pero I think lumampas na tayo ng oras. Ayan, at ang ating mga sponsors, baka hindi na akong bayaran. Ayan, joke lang. Okay, so thank you so much. Baka may... last question sa'yo. During the pandemic, what can you say to all the people na nagsasuffer sa pandemic? Ano ang mabibigay mong good words or kind words sa mga tao before we go off on the air?
My best advice po na masasabi ko to all the people around the world na the best weapon po talaga natin is prayer. Continue praying because battles are always won in prayer. Just trust the Lord with all our heart talaga. And lean not in your own understanding. Always acknowledge the Lord, and everything will go smooth. Above all, talaga, above all, the name above all po talaga, it's God, it's Jesus Christ yung makakatulong po sa atin.
All right. Okay. From the netizens, ayan. Good luck, Mr. Glam International, Northern Philippines, Adonis Verona. All said well done and God bless. And yes, good luck and the Primo Modelo Philippines and Gusitalks. Thank you so much for the kind words, Miss Miranda Soteo. And okay, thank you so much, Adonis. I know you have still a lot of tasks for tonight, and because I heard that you are also working and you're coming from the job. Thank you so much, and God bless. And so sana lahat ng dreams mo ay marating mo, and good luck talaga at maraming salamat. Okay, bye-bye and mabalos! Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to Gusitalks. And yes, thank you so much for giving an opportunity to have this wonderful and lovely personality, Mr. Adonis Verona. He is representing Northern Philippines to the Mr. Glam International, competing with 40 models and 40 countries around the world. And yes, please don't forget to watch. Abangan po natin ang live streaming or the coronation night on July 25 to 29. And ipapakita po ng Mr. Glam International how they perform for their different categories, from formal wear, national costume, and swimwear. And yes, of course, for the runway. And yes, good luck, sabi ni Sir Lito Callion, one of our legendary photographer. And yes, shout out to Mr. Ras Mardica. Good luck, Adonis Verona. Ayan, maraming well wishers sa ating mga kaibigan. And yes, of course, shout out to Miss Edna Dionisio. Good luck. Thank you so much, Miss Edna. And yes, of course, to our Philippine Overseas Representative, Mr. Reden Ilaco. Thank you so much. And yes, of course, good luck to you as well. And to Miss Nessa Soteo of Germany, good luck. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And of course, thank you so much. And announcement of the upcoming event of Direct Primo. Ayan, I have this upcoming event on July 25 at Greenville Center, Community Center on July 25. The Australian Fashion Preview, the Masquerade Ball, my next fashion show. And I am very exciting from 30 models na increase po ang aking models na sasali this coming July 25. And yes, of course, congratulations to the 𝗣𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗶 Productions, Pty Limited, for having the announcement of the new franchise of the one of the exciting and successful Miss Glamour Look Australia here in Sydney and the whole territory of Australia. The 𝗣𝗵𝗶𝗹 Production is the newest production of and the newest franchise holder of the Miss Glamour Look Australia and the Mrs. Glamour Look of the Year Australia. And they are giving the new format. And yes, of course, congratulations for the past winners of the Mrs. Glamour Look, Miss Rodora Williams, Miss Larissa Ann Hart, and yes, of course, Miss Elaine Mortel. They are the past winners of the Mrs. Glamour Look of the Year Australia. And yes, of course, the Miss Glamour Look Australia, Chantel Torres, Sabrina Key at Dallas, and yes, what is the Miss Glamour Look? The current Miss Glamour Look is I forgot the name, Christina Stoshkovic. Okay, these girls are going to represent the international platform of the Miss Glamour Look International next year, hopefully April and May, for the second edition of the Miss Glamour Look International. And shit, yes, of course, abangan ang fashion preview, the repeat, featuring the Masquerade Ball. Ayan, marami po tayong aabangan under the Primo Modelo organization. Thank you so much for the lovely and wonderful people who are watching tonight, and keep supporting the Glam Pageant organization and the Primo Modelo TV Philippines. Okay, nabubulol po ako because I have, problem with the dental, And thank you so much once again for my team under Gusi Talks, and yes, of course, my co-host, Miss Mia Gusi, for giving me an opportunity again to have this live streaming, and for giving the technical assistance on my live stream. And of course, mapapanood nyo po ang Gusi Talks not only in the Facebook live, but of course in the YouTube channel. So if you love to watch this again and rewind this again, go to the Facebook page or the YouTube channel and watch Gusi Talks under Primo Modelo TV. Okay, so thank you once again. I'm Direct Primo, and one of the hosts of the Gusi Talks, and of course the pageant and event director of the Glam Pageant organization. Thank you so much, all the way from Sydney, Australia. Good night. We love you.